Okay, Via Sistina, she is back in business. Big Group 1 winner in the autumn. Can she replicate it in the Winx?
On late in betting now, $2.60 for Fangirl. She was as much as $2 or as short as $2 earlier on in the week. Now we've seen a good firm for Zoo Gotcha, $11, now $10. Via Sistina, market says no. She opened second favourite, $6. Market's thinking she's going to need this and a little further. She's out to 10.
800, 2 lengths then to Zayrek. Similar margin to Zardozi, racing on the inside of Fangirl. They're followed then by Via Sistina, is back on the inside, running well, covered up by Riff Rocket, although Riff just lost a length or so there, and Fangirl's getting the head up in the air as well at the 600 metres, where Tropical Squall shows the way by a length on Zoo Gotcha in second, then Detonator Jack Samana, just fine, Zardozi. Boy, Fangirl gives away a big start. Via Sistina pinching ground towards the inside. Tropical Squall at the 300 from Zoo Gotcha. It travels up. Zoo Gotcha takes the lead now from Samana. They beat off Tropical Squall. 4 lengths away to Fangirl. Zoo Gotcha in front, 150 out. Zoo Gotcha from Samana. Fangirl late. Via Sistina's charging. Zoo Gotcha in front from Via Sistina. Oh, photo finish. Via Sistina rattling home, joins Zoo Gotcha on the wire. Could go either way. Then Detonator Jack, Fangirl. Zardozi, Simona next from Riff.
And they go toe-to-toe, head-to-head. And the photo, we'll give it to Via Sistina. Wow, she has returned in top order.
Yeah, she's just gone out. She has come back in now, a Group 1 winner. We were watching her during the run, and I've mentioned but that toe-to-toe performance from Zoo Gotcha, Via Sistina, Fangirl flashing late. All three are in for a great preparation.
She's now had 7 starts in Group 1 company for 3 wins, 3 seconds and a third.
Small select field for the Maccabi Diva at Group 1 level, and we have a drifting favourite. Via Sistina is out to $2.70 on race day. Why? Because Mr. B, he loves a heavy track. Second up, Flemington, mile, tick, tick, tickety, tick. He's a box ticker. He's into $3.30. Hello. Pride of Jenny has her supporters too. She's won on a heavy track, 460 in from 5.
Pinstripe Via Sistina would spot Pride of Jenny, probably about 12 lengths at this stage. A couple of lengths, Warmonger, Circle of Fire and a Tissue. 800 metres to go. It's Pride of Jenny, 7 or 8 lengths in front. Second is Antino, a length and a half to Mr. Brightside. 2 1/4 Pinstripe Via Sistina. They were followed by Warmonger, Circle of Fire and a Tissue around the turn. The front runner is Pride of Jenny up the 550. Throwing caution to the wind as she loves to do. 6 lengths in front of Antino, Mr. Brightside. They were followed by Via Sistina, mud splattered, getting away from the fence from Pinstriped, and then came a Tissue. Pride of Jenny, 300 metres to go, coming back to them, 2 1/2, 3 lengths. Mr. Brightside looking to go back to back, chasing hard. Then Antino, they've split the field at the 150. Pride of Jenny's digging in, 3/4 a half. Mr. Brightside wearing her down. Pride of Jenny, Mr. Brightside, stride for stride, but Mr. Brightside back to back, a neck. Mr. Brightside from Pride of Jenny in a great battle. 5 lengths Antino. Pride of Jenny, 300 metres to go, coming back to them, 2 1/2, 3 lengths. Mr. Brightside looking to go back to back, chasing hard. Then Antino, they've split the field at the 150. Pride of Jenny's digging in, 3/4 a half. Mr. Brightside wearing her down. Pride of Jenny, Mr. Brightside, stride for stride, but Mr. Brightside back to back, a neck. Mr. Brightside from Pride of Jenny in a great battle. 5 lengths Antino, the eye-catcher Warmonger. Via Sistina couldn't come on. Then came a Tissue, Pinstriped and Circle of Fire.
Great sport at its best. 2 wonderful horses. They battled it out. Gorge Craig Williams wins for the 15th time on the horse and runs down the mighty Pride of Jenny, and Tino Good, Warmonger very good.
Because it's not going to play to Brightside strength, and I could see Willow just waiting there, and if he could nab her late, that was going to be his best chance. And like I said earlier, fortunately he had Antino there to help him cart up to the tearaway leader, and I think that's going to be pivotal in races going forward, is to take the field up to Jenny. So, you know, and all credit to Jenny. She does it all on herself out there in the front. You know, she never has an easy run. You're never going to get an easy run when you get a mile-plus race.
Yesterday,
when they go out there.
Via Sistina yesterday, like we all had a... I interviewed James McDonald yesterday and I said, what are you going to do? How do you change the pattern? And he said, I can't. He said Via Sistina comes out the barriers and she races that way. He goes, I can't go more forward. I can't chase her because Via Sistina's that's not her manner of racing. She gets back and I've got to sit there. And he goes, I hope that I can pick her up today. So I think it's always going to happen that way.
The little recent effort, so $3.40 is the price at the moment. Perhaps a horse that drawn a little wide.
Ray Magnerio, who's 8 off the lead from Lem Picker. They were followed by Jimmy Star and well back Commemorative, Crosshaven and Von Hawk as they come up to the turn. 400 to go. It's Ashford Street and also Jungle Jim carving out good splits by 3 lengths. It's Our Time, Chinny Boom, the Inferno, Lem Picker, Ray Magnerio. Commemorative and Jimmy Star are a mile off, hooking to the outside, but Ashford Street still going. 200 metres to go. 3 lengths. It's Our Time, Ray Magnerio and Jimmy Star flying. Ashford Street needs the line. Tippy towing. Jimmy Star driving. Put in a really big lunge to make it interesting. Ashford Street or Jimmy Star a photo. Ray Magnerio and Commemorative behind them from it.
Driving finish in the end. Ashford Street needed the post and Jimmy Star was coming with such momentum. He's been able to get over the top. So Jimmy Star beats Ashford Street. It was Ashford Street, Blake Shin, who was able to take it out in the end, Katie.
I've got him on top and
Here's the feature, and there's been a good go. Plaster Carousel is now a clear-cut favourite and a good launch. Well, she's first up. You know, she was second to Via Sistina, first up over a mile and a quarter. This is 1,800, but she's prepped up well and the money's there. And heavily back to win the Underwood, the Group 1 Underwood. Pericles out.
There's Deny Knowledge forcing up 4 deep. Vow and Declare is 3 deep at the 800 metres. 3/4 of a length, Bois d'Argent, who currently sits in 6th place. A length, Buckaroo, and then came along the inside Knight's Choice, and Williams getting animated. Further back is Plaster Carousel, who just loses its pitch slightly from Coco, Sun, Faulkner Park and Huitor. Duke de Sessa, the leader, approaching the corner of the 450. 3/4 of a length in front of Pericles, trying to hunt it down. 2 lengths to Bois d'Argent. Buckaroo, the widest, is starting to really wind up, and behind those is Knight's Choice. Plaster Carousel is starting to run on in between horses, but Pericles went to the front. 250 out, grabbed by Buckaroo. Buckaroo takes the lead, draws 2 lengths in front of Pericles. We tore from the back. It's all Buckaroo. Buckaroo storms away. A one-act affair. Buckaroo won it well. We tore second. Pericles third. Photo fourth. Duke de Sessa, Deny Knowledge, then Plaster Carousel. Cofield.
Buckaroo makes a one-act affair of the 2024 Henley Holmes Underwood. And Joe, they reunite with the Chelmsford winner, who has looked sensational. What a difference Gelding's made to this horse. So in behind.
Where might he head? Well, I think he's thrown his name as perhaps a genuine Caulfield Cup contender.
Can elect and now a $15 chance, but Warmonger heads the betting and actually firm from $8.50 into $7 while at home eating oats yesterday. Buckaroo now on the second line of betting. So
absolutely mouth-watering clash, Simon Marshall.
Money for a 4-horse race. Well, the punters are saying it's a 2-horse race, and it's Pride of Jenny who has a nose well in front in terms of the turnover. She's the popular elect. She dropped into $1.80 from her opening quote at $1.95, back out to $1.95 because Brightside, he got out to that $2.10, and
It's going to be between the two of them.
No, definitely not just going to isolate those two. Antino and...
At the end of the field, so it's Pride of Jenny, as she loves to do in splendid isolation, leading out by 6 or 7 lengths off the back section now. Pride of Jenny, it's almost 8 lengths, Mr. Brightside. Then came Antino in third, and Attrition last of the 4 as they swing by the school at the 600 metres. So it's Pride of Jenny. Now Bates just starts to row along a bit. She's 10 in front of Mr. Brightside, then Antino and Attrition as they come up towards the corner. 450 metres to go. So it's Pride of Jenny, still about 8 lengths in front of Mr. Brightside. Williams is starting to get animated and goes for the Persuader. Then Antino. Pride of Jenny has a really good buffer. 200 to go. She's 5 lengths in front. Mr. Brightside's chipping away. Pride of Jenny trying to find the reserves at the 100. She's 3 in front of Mr. Brightside. It's all too late. Pride of Jenny has run them into the night. Pride of Jenny by a length and a half. Mr. Brightside, Antino. Last Attrition. as they come up towards the corner. 450 metres to go. So it's Pride of Jenny, still about 8 lengths in front of Mr. Brightside. Williams is starting to get animated and goes for the Persuader. Then Antino. Pride of Jenny has a really good buffer. 200 to go. She's 5 lengths in front. Mr. Brightside's chipping away. Pride of Jenny trying to find the reserves at the 100. She's 3 in front of Mr. Brightside. It's all too late. Pride of Jenny has run them into the night. Pride of Jenny by a length and a half. Mr. Brightside, Antino, last attrition.
Oh, it was everything we thought it would be and then some. Deck was highlights aplenty and the Valley was rocking.
Absolutely rocking, Richo. You couldn't hear your name, as Maddie Hill was saying. 8 lengths, 10 lengths in front. The absolute atmosphere out here for 2 star performers. At one moment in time, you thought, man.
Oh, that was a fantastic race. The blood is pumping after that one, and those bold tactics that we just love to see from Pride of Jenny.
A stallion maker, and these are the top contenders. Broadsiding heads the market. He's already a 2-time Group 1 winner. He's first up into the Golden Rose today. Traffic Warden, he won the bought for 20.
They are coming for Broadsiding in a big way. So when markets first went up on Wednesday, he was $3.20 and hovered around that price until about 15-20 minutes ago. When they came into the mounting yard, was as much as $2.90, now $2.40, which is extraordinary. It's been hard to lay. Lineback has been volume of money we're holding. This is as big a betting plunge as you will see. $2.25 for Broadsiding, number 1. Here's your tab market.
And then came Emirate, length and a half to Tropicus. Broadsiding stayed down on the fence. Length and a half to Linebacker from Fearless and Clear Proofs last of all. 7.50 to go. Storm Boy in front by a half length now to a node. Then Mayfair on the inside of Traffic Warden. Further back to Emirate, Tropicus the outside. Broadsiding racing cluttered up. Linebacker the outsides come off the bridle as they come around the turn. And it's Storm Boy in front by a length to a node. Then Mayfair, Traffic Warden pulling out. Broadsiding's into the clear now, getting to the outside, 4 off the lead. Storm Boy at the 250. Storm Boy 2 lengths cleared from Mayfair. Broadsiding and Traffic Warden closing in. Storm Boy is the leader from Traffic Warden and Broadsiding the outside. Broadsiding and Traffic Warden, they'll fight it out. Traffic Warden, Broadsiding bogged, won the Golden Rose. The champion T-Roll Broadsiding knocked off the stablemate Traffic Warden. Flushing home Mayfair to 3rd, Storm Boy 4th. They were followed in.
That is a superstar. His name is Broadsiding. He is a 3-time Group 1 winner, and he will go to start
as well. Let's have a look at, and again, he's kicking as well, and Broadsiding had to do all the work, and what does.
164 Group 1s for varying prices. The favourite Unusual Legacy is the second best backed runner in the race, behind a pretty good go here, nowhere near the level of the other week with Broadsiding, but $9.50 into $7. Zardozi is now the best backed runner in the race. It is a losing result with Tab at present. Splitting a few of those, we have Land Legend, Q Tempesta.
Metropolitan, 2,400 metres, blindfolds removed. Then came Allegran from Military Mission. Zardozi's been 3 wide from the outset. Further back to First Light on the inside of Land Legend. 2 lengths away to K Tempesta from Trust in You. Then came Strafe looking to improve as they start to zip things up now at the 600 metres. Serpentine a half in front. To Methuselah, Future History, Athabascan, Unusual Legacy. Land Legend starting a fast run around the field. Reece Jones sets it alight on the outside of Zardozi as they straighten up now. Serpentine looks all out and Land Legend sustains that run coming up the rise and burst to the front with Zardozi the pursuer on the inside. It's Land Legend and Zardozi, the 2 protagonists in the Metropolitan. Land Legend and Zardozi, they knuckle out a great finish. Zardozi on the inside of Land Legend. Land Legend, Zardozi, nothing in this. Stride for stride, they hit the line. It's a bob of the head. The pursuer on the inside. It's Land Legend and Zardozi, the 2 protagonists in the Metropolitan. Land Legend and Zardozi, they knuckle out a great finish. Zardozi on the inside of Land Legend. Land Legend, Zardozi, nothing in this. Stride for stride, they hit the line. It's a bob of the head. Dead set, a swing of the heads there. Land Legend may have dropped it on Zardozi. It's a photo finish. Unusual Legacy and Trust in You for 3rd. Then came Etna.
With a former James Ferguson trained galloper in Land Legend, who'd come out of the Kingston Town. We know
The format of that race was solidified with the performance of Elias in the Turnbull yesterday. Terrific call by Darren Flindell. Geez, he was on song yesterday with the way he talked about the two protagonists clearing out and then knuckling down with each other. Land Legend had the back of Zardosian run. They cleared away to fight it out with Unusual Legacy, the favourite, back in third. So Land Legend, as it stands right now, has 52 kilos.
Vested interest left, right and centre. Lizzie there through her connection, of course, with the Schofields and the Lloyds, and I'm standing along. It's a great race. Here's Darren Flindell for the Epsom.
800 to go. Major Bill in front from the stablemate Royal Patronage. Kintyre leaders back third. 2 lengths away to Redina. On the outside of Arctic Glamour, Osbred Flirt. Mayobron cast wide, but staying in a wide position, keeping up a comfortable rhythm. Followed then by Chrysaor in the middle of the ruck. They're followed then by Berkshire Shadow, Kovalika creeping up on the fence, and Tom Kiddens wide. Right behind him is the favourite Chael Wolf pulling to the outside. Major Bill comes up the rise in front from Royal Patronage, Kintyre, then Arctic Glamour. Further back to Mayobron. Kovalika's looking for a gap. Door got shut out there. Racing to a narrow lead as Royal Patronage. Now the favourite's coming. Chael Wolf right down the outside. Tom Kidden tries to go with him, but Chael Wolf with the wind in his sails draws away for a big win in the Epsom. Beating Tom Kidden. Photo third. Royal Patronage and Kovalika. Followed by Jack and Chrysaor.
Oh, what a race, what a ride, and what a win, and what a day. I'm going to go to you, Lizzie. What a day for the Lloyds and Schofields and that relation.
Decision as to whether to go to this or the Metropolitan. That's how good this guy is, that he had the choice of a mile or 2400. Definitely pulled the right rein yesterday. Chad Schofield gets his first Group 1 since the Queensland Derby on Sontag some 10 years ago, and there's a bunch of options on the table for the winner. The Hill Stakes next week, the King Charles perhaps against the likes of Pride of Jenny, and of course longer range, the Golden Eagle as well.
Duke de Sessa kept them moving at the 850 by 3/4 of a length. LES, if anything, getting a little bit closer. They're a length and 3/4. Bois d'Argent and Young Verta, followed by Plastic Carousel, who's 4 off the lead. 2 lengths of Tissue Sharp and Smart Circle of Fire from Francesco Gardi. Via Sistina's looking for a back to follow into it, and they were followed well back by Buckaroo, who has 10 lengths to pick up from Warmonger, Knight's Choice, and then came Valiant King and well back Banker's Choice. So LES moves up on the outside of Duke de Sessa. 400 metres to go. 2 lengths Young Verta, Bois d'Argent. They were followed by a Tissue into the clear. Via Sistina very wide, and Buckaroo is winding up too. Duke de Sessa at the 200 metres, and LES there stride for stride. Here's Buckaroo right down the outside with Via Sistina. Duke de Sessa kicking. Via Sistina and Buckaroo are coming together. Buckaroo and Via Sistina. Via Sistina and Buckaroo. Via Sistina. A terrific win, beat Buckaroo. LES third from Duke de Sessa. Then came Young Verta and a Tissue. Francesco Gardi. Behind them, Plastic Carousel, Circle of Fire.
Yeah, she's obviously was the class horse in the field, and I rode her accordingly and last time out. So I think she can improve again onto firmer footing.
Well, she's pulled up.
Then came
so this impeccable record that Via Sistina at 2,000 metres has continues. Lizzie, where do you see her in the mix of the Cox Plate as we were just talking about?
Well, she's well up there. We know that. My only reserve is that her around the valley, but Chris will get her there, make sure that she works around there. She's a very, very big mare, but she's got just exceeded my expectations is Buckaroo. He's always trialled, really, and that's the sort of horse that I think can continue on and win races like potentially a Caulfield Cup. Elias.
$100, Buckaroo.
Yeah,
they should go to a Caulfield Cup rather than a Cox Plate?
Oh, 100% go towards Caulfield Cup. He cannot win a Cox Plate. I'd say it's that simple. I wouldn't be surprised if he wins a Caulfield Cup. But
juicier Cox Plate as you're going to get.
100%.
Is there any meat on the? Is there any meat on the shorter prices you want to take?
Well, if I was wanting to ride one, I'd be riding broadsiding.
Yeah.
That would be my pick right now. I'd start wasting it. I'm a massive fan of him. And Via Sistina, I think they're the two.
There's nothing better than an old-fashioned launch when it's been a tough day on the punt. It's a 2-rack handicap. It's another will. Have a look at this. $2.50 into $2.35 if you don't mind, umpire. Bang, this is a good go. Come on, let's get him up. Outside of that, the top, he does.
Field from Jimmy the Bear, a couple of lengths El Safina, followed by Orchestral, and then came Craig, and Antino's getting mobile now from the back of the field. 700 metres to go. It's Bankmore on the outside of Another Will, and they are striding together. 600 metres to go by a length and a half. Magnus Spin, Wishlaw Lass. Here's Antino with a lightning move from last. Whips up around the outside now and goes to the front. So it's Antino with Blake Shin. Daring Tactics at the 400. Shows at the whip and went for home. 3 lengths in front of Another Will, followed by Desert Lightning, Magnus Spin, and behind those El Safina. Antino, every poster winner at the 200 metres. 5 lengths in front of Desert Lightning, El Safina, followed by Craig, but it's all Antino. Blake Shin, take a bow from last to first, has bolted in, demolished them. Antino, 6 lengths. Craig, El Safina, then Field.
Fortune favours the brave, and Blake Shin was the bravest without doubt in the 144th Toorak. He grabbed that race by the scruff of the neck, and there was going to be no catching him. And last year's runner-up effort behind Attrition is in the rearview mirror, as is all of...
He was the one to make a long sustained gallop, and this is exactly what he does from this point for Blake Shin in yesterday's Toorak.
Riding together. 600 metres to go by a length and a half. Magnus Spin, Wishlaw Lass. Here's Antino with a lightning move from last. Whips up around the outside now and goes to the front. So it's Antino with Blake Shin. Daring Tactics at the 400. Shows at the whip and went for home. 3 lengths in front of Another Will, followed by Desert Lightning, Magnus Spin, and behind those El Safina. Antino, every poster winner at the 200 metres. 5 lengths in front of Desert Lightning, El Safina, followed by Craig, but it's all Antino. Blake Shin, take a bow from last to first, has bolted in, demolished them. Antino, 6 lengths. Craig, El Safina, then Desert
Love
Lightning.
it. Live by the sword, die by the sword. Easy to laud in hindsight. John McNeil tried the same thing on Post Impressionist in the Herbert Power, and he was gone on straightening. So you got to be...
An outstanding ride.
We'll be talking about it at the end of the year as Ride of the Year in contention for that. It was something like I've not seen before, but you have to have the horse to do it, and he had the right horse to be able to sustain a gallop like Antino did. Credit does...
$38 million, 3 of them now at Group 1. It's the richest race on turf, the Everest, and it's by far and away the richest race on, the richest day, I should say, on the Australian racing calendar.
The Everest since the beginning, and every single one of these horses can win, and it just would not shock you. That's...
Favourite here though, Bruce. It's hard to believe. I Wish I Win's been favourite for months now, and yet Jolly Star has usurped that galloper on the final day. $6. Sunshine in Paris now $6.50. Traffic Warden $7, and I Wish I Win out to $7.50, and the 4th line of betting. Bella Nipotina $8.50. The tab slot representative Growing Empire at $9.50, and we're talking 12 or more the rest. But
Lights on, we're about to go. Late scratching Traffic Warden.
The gates are back here in the Everest. They're off and racing to the massive roar of the crowd. Bella Nipotina came out running wide out. So did Growing Empire. Lady of Camelot's right there. And Storm Boy really revved up, goes to 4th. Private Eye battling out wide on the rails. Bella Nipotina couldn't cross Growing Empire. Storm Boy's whipping up underneath the pair. He responded to the early urgings, and now Storm Boy moved up on the inside of Growing Empire at the 600 metres. Bella Nipotina's forward, 3 wide, no cover. I Am Me tucking up on the fence. Further back to Lady of Camelot. Private Eye, Steady Magnetica, Giga kicked the fence. Sunshine in Paris coming wide from I Wish I Win. Jolly Star's got it all to do. Storm Boy at the 300 leads the way from Bella Nipotina. Then Growing Empire. Giga kick making ground on the inside. Then Lady of Camelot. Bella Nipotina moved up. Bella Nipotina with Growing Empire. Up the inside is Giga kick. Giga kick going to Bella Nipotina. Bella's in front though. Bella Nipotina wins the Everest from Giga kick. I think Growing Empire 3rd. Flashing home Jolly Star. Then Star's got it all to do. Storm Boy at the 300 leads the way from Bella Nipotina. Then Growing Empire. Giga kick making ground on the inside. Then Lady of Camelot. Bella Nipotina moved up. Bella Nipotina with Growing Empire. Up the inside is Giga kick. Giga kick going to Bella Nipotina. Bella's in front though. Bella Martina wins the Everest from Giga Kick. I think Growing Empire third, Flashing Home Jolly Star, then Private Eye, Lady of Camelot, Sunshine in Paris, then Steffi Magnetica, Storm Boy, Iron.
To 3 wide the trip and still fight on a horse that had all the favours up the inside in Giga Kick. She deserves all of these accolades. What a horse. She was an $80,000 Premier, English Premier purchase as a young yearling. And what a ride to take.
Beats Giga Kick, Growing Empire and Lady of Camelot, if you don't mind. What a first four. What an
uncanny knack of running very well from any gate. Wide, inside, doesn't matter. And just Craig, beautiful ride, you know, to have the balls to do that. And yeah, I can't thank my team enough because whole teams, it's unbelievable. And to do it this late in her career, you know, like a 54 start or something like that, it's unbelievable.
She can do it from anywhere. I think probably a little bit forgotten there from the wide gate there yesterday, but she overcome a tough run. I think the fact that there was not quite the pressure in the race that there could have been in a race like this normally, but she was tough as, and, you know, super tough just to outlast Giga Kick there on the inside, and you see Jolly Star on the inside, probably the run of the race, I thought.
Good day for Willow outside of the Everest.
To the third of the Group 1s today, the $5 million King Charles III Stakes, 1,600 metres, weight for age with this colossal trophy. It was terrific. This is so interesting, Charles Wolf. He was a dominant winner of a very good Epsom.
Yeah, he was extraordinary, wasn't he? He's got a lethal turn of foot on him.
She's the champion horse of Australia. She's transcended the sport. I think everybody just has become so attached to her. It's the way she races. She goes out with a huge of them, including Fangirl. But Fangirl has a withering finish, Katie.
She does. And she's
in Pride of Jenny. In fact, it was $2 and $3.70. Now, as we have a look at the market, you can see that gap has closed. Pride of Jenny, $2.60 favourite. Fangirl, $2.90. So that has been a significant gap closing, and Fangirl currently $2.90 second elect. Chaywolf, $6.50. $11 Celestial Legend. You can see the...
With her at the 1,000 metres as they start to break the field open. 5 lengths away to My Oberon. Then Pericles doing the chasing the outside. Celestial Legend fifth the inside and a length clear. Then to the second favourite Fangirl looking for a second success in the race. Chaywolf's back on the fence. Lions Roar deep out from Amelia's Dual New Energy and Tom Kiddens last of all. 600 metres to go. Handlebars down on Pride of Jenny. Opens up by 3 lengths and the crowd starting to cheer. 3-4 lengths away to Major Bill, My Oberon. Then came Pericles and Fangirl being roused along. She needs to get to the outside. Up the rise, Pride of Jenny, 4 lengths clear. Now 3. My Oberon's closing in together with Pericles. Celestial Legend the inside. Fangirl and Chaywolf heading top gear. My Oberon moved up to Pride of Jenny. Pride of Jenny, My Oberon, and here's Chaywolf, the Epsom winner, with a booming run down the outside. Chaywolf takes the lead and won the King Charles III, running down Pride of Jenny. My Oberon up the rise, Pride of Jenny, 4 lengths clear. Now 3. My Oberon's closing in together with Pericles. Celestial Legend the inside. Fangirl and Chaywolf heading top gear. My Oberon moved up to Pride of Jenny. Pride of Jenny, My Oberon, and here's Chaywolf, the Epsom winner, with a booming run down the outside. Chaywolf takes the lead and won the King Charles III, running down Pride of Jenny. My Oberon third. Tom Kedden fourth. Then Amelia's Jewel. Celestial Legend. Fangirl couldn't pick up today.
Have had some incredible racing today, and that is right up there with them. Blake, what a Chad Schofield. He's done it again with Chow Wolf. This is going to be such a... Jenny, she ran her guts out, can I say that?
She handicap Chow
upset the apple cart today, but that turn of foot was just... That was even more explosive than we saw 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, look, he's on the improve. He just keeps getting better, and I think I'm going to have to put him in the paddock. I don't think my heart can handle too much more of this, so...
Is that what you...
Out of words.
Six Pet Trip, what is his ultimate distance?
I've always wanted to win the Cox Plate, and he's my Cox Plate horse, so I'll wait a year.
But maybe in 2025?
Yeah, maybe he might win it for the next couple of years after that.
So I think the chink in Jenny's armour is if there's a horse to cart up the rest of the field like Major Bill was there yesterday, she doesn't get that break in the field where all the other horses have to do the work to catch her. And I think Major Bill helped a lot of the other horses in the field be able to do that yesterday.
Chaywolf was absolutely incredible here. Like, what an action
how hard this horse is trying. I'd love to see his closing sectionals, but I don't think we could take anything away from Jenny. Yes, she was defeated yesterday, but she was still brave as hell. She ran super. And for a mare that was questionably the...
Faulkner's got up to win from Daredevil.
The Caulfield Cup doesn't stop a nation. This is a celebration of one.
Jamaica won by 3 to Scottish.
The toughest 2,400-metre turf handicap on the global calendar.
They're coming for the favourite, Buckaroo. He got out to $4.40 punters. Said, nah. Joe Moreira, Chris Waller, he knows how to win this race. And he's back into $4.20. And the best back late is number 2, Buckaroo. $23 to $11 for the Duke. Thank you very much. And there's stacks of value. But
thereabouts as well. Now, here's the 3 roughies at their back. Duke de Sessa, $23, now $11. Money all week for this galloper. So will come up in a moment's time, $46 into $26. And Berkshire Breeze gained a...
Animals, I really like Duke de Sessa as a little bit of a roughie there, and it's always such a great...
It's Elias who's firing over. So as they reach the judge, Duke de Sessa is the leader from Karlapur. Then Elias and Sadati out wider on the course. Deny Knowledge 4 and 5 deep for halfway. So it's Deny Knowledge only knows one way by 2 lengths. 2 in second, Duke de Sessa. A length and a half away third, Elias. And then came Sadati. A length and a half, Karlapur, Land Legend. Young Verta 3 wide. Behind those, Zardozi tucked away on the inside, making up a little bit of ground. She's nice and close, about 6 off the front. From Fancy Man, Circle of Fire at the 800. Then Witor, Berkshire Breeze, Buckaroo with a bit to do. Coco Sun under pressure from Warmonger, and then Knight's Choice well back with Valiant King and Warp Speed. Duke de Sessa at the 600 metres is about to put the foot down. Claims Deny Knowledge. Land Legend right there in second place, chasing Duke de Sessa. 2 for the back is Elias, and then came Zardozi and a gap to Fancy Man. Duke de Sessa comes around the corner. 300 metres to go. 3 legs in front of Land Legend, who couldn't sprint with it. Deny Knowledge wax on Zardozi, and here's Buckaroo. Duke de Sessa, 200 metres to go. 4 legs in front. Buckaroo's the only danger, trying to get into the lead. Duke de Sessa, 100 to go from Buckaroo, a length and 3/4, but it's going to be Duke de Sessa, Harry Coffey. This is your moment. A length and a half, Buckaroo. 5 lengths away, third, Land Legend. From Zardozi, Fancy Man, Deny Knowledge. Then Elias, Circle of Fire, Warmonger. With a daring win, it's Harry Coffey. It's the story of the carnival so far. Duke de Sessa wins the course.
Here is Lizzie, and look, there's Kieran Maher looking on. So Kieran Maher becomes the first trainer to win an Everest and a Caulfield Cup on that same day. We don't sound... And cystic fibrosis, we know, Lizzie, the Harry Coffey story. I was actually in Adelaide the day that he broke through and won his very first Group 1. He's a cricket pitch in front, halfway up the Caulfield Cup straight.
How am I feeling? Spectacular. Phenomenal. When I let rip, I thought maybe I've gone too early, but because I've been involved in a day I'll never forget, on my birthday.
You can see back in the field here, Joe, on Buckaroo here, is a little bit held up behind here, but there's not much he can do. If he peels off there, gets pushed wider, he's probably just going to take his medicine. And the winning move here is Harry is able to take off. He probably doesn't know that Joe's getting held up here, but the fact that he was able to put a gap on Joe here really wins him the race, and he's got no weight on his back.
Length and 3/4, but it's going to be Duke de Sessa, Harry Coffey. This is your moment. A length and a half, Buckaroo.
His moment indeed. So Buckaroo was 36.66 home for the last 600. No other horse in the race broke 38. That's a stark difference. Is there a scenario where Buckaroo's sitting here as a Caulfield Cup winner this morning, do you think?
Oh, quite possibly. If he was able to, if it opened up a little bit sooner, he was able to, you know, pinch a couple more lengths getting to the turn, he probably runs down the winner. But Joe's been a bit...
I like the run of the 4th place getter from a Melbourne Cup perspective in Zardozi. Nearly got put through the running rail at about the 1,300 metres and lost a lot of momentum. Gathered up, was strong.
The winner's not in the Melbourne Cup. The second horse, you know, was probably the run of the race. But the 3rd and 4th horses were probably beaten a fair way too. But hard to look beyond that. I thought Fancy Man was an OK run back on the inside.
Race, but as the market approaches on race day, we've got Prognosis and Via Sistina starting to clear out. Prognosis for Via Sistina 420.
Commences in earnest ahead of the 104th running of the Ladbrokes Cox Plate.
Cox Plate time and Prognosis is trimmed up late in betting from $3.90 into $3.80. He's going to jump favourite and has been the best back runner throughout the course of the week.
In the autumn. Well, she was beaten by... And she has been the news story in the build-up to this race since Tuesday morning, becoming entangled in a dislodged bandage and in the process dislodging her jockey, James McDonald, who's trying to become the first jockey since Brent Thompson in the late 1970s to win this race 3 years in a row on different horses.
Second favourite, Via Sistina. All the money came early when they found out she was in the final field after the mishap on Tuesday. She was $5.50 into $4.60, just a touch soft.
This is the day that a racehorse goes from good to great, and most of them...
Pride of Jenny went to the front. Bottom corner, 1,300 to go, and Pride of Jenny's put up 3 lengths now from Prognosis second. Royal Patronage passed by Evaporate on that corner. They were followed by Mr. Brightside, a length and a half to Docklands. Then Via Sistina, next in the field, Kovalika and Broadsiding at halfway. Pride of Jenny is the leader in the Cox Plate by about 2.5 to Prognosis, keeping the mare in his sights. A length and 3/4 away, Evaporate. Then came Royal Patronage and Mr. Brightside as they run towards the 700 metres. Via Sistina's 7 off the lead at least from Docklands, Broadsiding, Kovalika. So it's Pride of Jenny, 600 metres to go. A length and a half to Prognosis, who's nice and close. They're 2 lengths in front of Via Sistina, who's coming into it. Mr. Brightside's coming with her, and then came Royal Patronage. Pride of Jenny grabbed by Prognosis, but Via Sistina now pushes the button on the outside and goes up and takes the lead. Via Sistina, 300 metres to go, puts up 2 lengths. Prognosis, Docklands, Mr. Brightside, and then came Royal Patronage. But Via Sistina storms away with 150 to go. She's 5 lengths in front. It's going to be a Cox Plate round, and James McDonald, a century of the very best. Via Sistina by 7 lengths. Second, Prognosis. Third in the race after Prognosis, who's nice and close. They're 2 lengths in front of Via Sistina, who's coming into it. Mr. Brightside's coming with her, and then came Royal Patronage. Pride of Jenny grabbed by Prognosis, but Via Sistina now pushes the button on the outside and goes up and takes the lead. Via Sistina, 300 metres to go, puts up 2 lengths. Prognosis, Docklands, Mr. Brightside, and then came Royal Patronage. But Via Sistina storms away with 150 to go. She's 5 lengths in front. It's going to be a Cox Plate round, and James McDonald, a century of the very best. Via Sistina by 7 lengths. Second, Prognosis. Third in the race was Broadsiding. Mr. Brightside next. Then Docklands, Kovalika. Royal Patronage.
Put it at the top of the list. We've seen some extraordinary things here in Cox Plates. J-Mac gets a 100th Group 1 win. He wins the Cox Plate for the 3rd consecutive year. It's the stuff of legends. Chris Waller's a genius, and this mare's a champion. I've seen some amazing performances in the Cox Plate. The stuff that we say we won't see it again, do you know what? We've seen one as good as we've ever seen before.
Well, Bruce, I don't want to compare her, but that was Winx-like, wasn't it?
I flew down on Thursday to work her, and all of them said, excuse my French, she'll shit in. No, I honestly can't believe it. She's brought up, I'm blessed, so blessed.
What makes her so incredible?
She's got an unbelievable sustained speed, and I think it's a huge asset to have in this high-pressure race. It was a Winx-like performance, so I just shut it off.
Via Sistina stops the clock in a track record just a shade over 2.01. So, comparisons. Winx's 3rd Cox Plate, 2:02.96 or thereabouts. Via Sistina's broken the track record by close to 2 seconds. The first 5 over the line have broken the track record that Winx set in 2017. And on raw numbers, Pride of Jenny's led them out in sort of sub-51 to the 1200. Via Sistina, faster than Winx in the 3rd Cox Plate to the 1200 by about 1.25 seconds, and home faster by about 0.65. They are incredible fractions.
Yeah, great numbers there, Nige, although it's not definitive.
I had a very, very simple game plan. And spoke to Chris at length about it, but just keeping the mare pretty happy and smooth, and that was the biggest thing for me. I didn't really care where I was in the race, and
Far from right. It was. I just couldn't believe it. I didn't know what happened. I suppose. I think the first thing is I thought she actually went amiss, and for her to gallop around the track was obviously pleasant to see. But I didn't really want to see her gallop 3 times around the track. Maybe once, but just shows. Good horses train themselves, and good horses probably ride themselves as well. So.
For the race, and James was obviously able to rest his horse early. You know, of the on-pace horses, there's only one that kept going. That was Prognosis. So he was obviously a remarkable effort. The other 3 horses finished in the last 3 that were up on the pace. So obviously that
would look wonderful at Flemington, and she's obviously got some seriously good cars as well. After being, you know, I mean, she would have run over 4,000 metres on Tuesday morning.
So what if Jenny and Brightside... OK,
yeah, sorry. If any trainer ever abuses a track rider or jockey for going 2 seconds too fast in a gallop, just tell them to get stuffed. And if she can do that on a Tuesday morning and back that up on a Saturday, I should never come at a jockey or track work rider again.
Who would be the hardest on?
Points on the left and all that money on the right. You do need a PhD, Richo, to work it all out, but it comes down to about 3.7 for Bella.
It's just incredible. 3.7 million. Why would she stop? Because she's just in the form of her life. I just caught up with Gab Nutt before, who does.
Been a good firmer, $2.50 today when I arrived at the races, now $2.30, and she holds bang on 50% of the overall investment.
Coal Crusher really been declared on here by IME, and the 2 of them go hard in the lead. Bella Nipotina 2 lengths away third. On the outside of Private Eye of all, it's Coal Crusher and IME. They've really declared each other on, and Bella's in a stalking role. Bella Nipotina 2 lengths away third. Then came Private Eyes, they straighten up. Coal Crusher, IME. Now Bella Nipotina starting to run after the 2 leaders. Further back, Lady Laguna running well. Private Eye in the pocket. And then came King of Sparta. Bella Nipotina takes the lead of the 200. And Bella Nipotina draws 2 lengths clear now from Lady Laguna. Sunshine in Paris. But this is a big payday for the Iron Lady. Bella Nipotina winning the Russell Balding comfortably. Sunshine in Paris second. Third, Lady Laguna. Then came Private Eye Mars. Today takes Bella Nipotina to the 2nd highest stakes earner ever in Australian racing.
And that's the big ticket item, isn't it, Lizzie? I mean, that's the big story. $22 million in the bank. She won with so much authority. It was a brilliant ride.
Tina just continues to roll on. 7 years old, 56th career start she takes.
She's an absolute champion, and for whatever reason, I don't feel she gets the fanfare or attention she deserves, and I don't know why. Is it because she's sort of built into her career, where a lot of the absolute superstars that we've associated with in the past have just gone bang, bang, bang from day dot, or have put together these just to see her? And again, from a betting perspective, we've got 260.
She's a beauty.
You wanted to be on her a long way out, didn't you? Willow just one out, one back, was smoking. He was waiting and waiting so long. She is a licence to print money, isn't she?
That's right, Bruce. Lazat unbeaten. This was a target race for his trainer. And, of course, having a look at this mare, we've spoken at length about how, well, she has to contest Ascoli Pacino. She has to contest with a wide draw, but is her...
Cast her eye over the unbeaten Lazat from France.
He's got great credentials. I think that...
Lizzie, what about Lake Forest?
He's quite a neat individual. I was quite surprised walking alongside, though he's got a lot of quality there. But look, I think he certainly ticks a lot of boxes as far as his forks are concerned. She's an absolute beast. She's still got a fair bit of...
Indeed, and Bruce, this is a massive plunge on the favourite, Ascoli Pacino. So after the barrier draw on Wednesday, she was as much as $5, and at that point, Jolie Star was favourite. Now, when I got to the races this morning, she was $4.40. I can tell you in the last 20 minutes, she's been $4.40 to $3.30. The amount is incredible. This is a massive go on the Japanese mare. Lazat $5.50, very solid. Jolie Star's been easy. Steffi the futures market's open. This is an incredible go in such a big race.
A tremendous go for the lead, and the French horse Lazat looking for the lead and getting it now from War Machine V. Now Ascoli Pacino's on a wide path, about 6th or 7th class at this point. Well back then is Griff, followed by Steffi Magnetic at Lake Forest, Cry Sayor. Well back is Sky Bird, and Southport Tycoon is last. It's Lazat really being tested by Macarena. V8 in a prominent role, followed by War Machine. Tom Kidden back on the rails. Then came a striker from Corazon beat Kintyre held up. Now Steffi Magnetica's taking a rails run. Ascoli Pacino still third last. It's Lizette and Macarena knuckling it out of the furlong. Macarena testing Lizette. Now Tom Kidden starting to run on. Macarena in front. Steffi Magnetica's getting a gap. And Tom Kidden launching. Lake Forest bursting home on the rails. Lake Forest. William Haggis has done it again. Lake Forest got up to nail, I think, Lizette and Tom Kidden. Came a striker from Corazon beat Kintyre held up. Now Steffi Magnetica's taking a rails run. Ascoli Pacino still third last. It's Lizette and Macarena knuckling it out of the furlong. Macarena testing Lizette. Now Tom Kidden starting to run on. Macarena in front. Steffi Magnetica's getting a gap. And Tom Kidden launching. Lake Forest bursting home on the rails. Lake Forest. William Haggis has done it again. Lake Forest got up to nail, I think, Lizette and Tom Kidden on the wire. Then Steffi Magnetica, followed by Macarena. Southport
has plotted a path, saved all the ground on the inside. Oh, there's quite a significant bump there in the conclusion.
Thrilled for you and William. Describe the last 200 metres to me.
I mean, we knew he has an explosive turn of foot. If you watch some of his other races, you know that he's so fun.
And it's what happened with Oban Boomerang last year. They fanned and he got through.
So for him, well, his sister Brittany Fallon was Stefano's partner, and I know
Stefano's a young jockey
that passed away. Yeah. So that's why this victory, not only because it's with William Haggis, who he's been apprenticed to, but also.
Well, speaking of licences to print money, if William Haggis brings a horse to Sydney for a big race, get yourself involved. Lake Forest was quite the price, but considering what he's done with the likes of Adayab and Dubai Honour in the Queen Elizabeth and the Ranvid in recent years, we shouldn't have been surprised at what Kieran Fallon was able to do on Lake Forest. Back towards the inside, Darren Flindell, Matty only really picking him up in the call in the last 50 metres, and rightly so, because he wasn't in the conversation 100 metres out.
It was a spectacular performance, wasn't it? You love seeing horses do that. But at $7, plenty of ammo, but it's a tissue, tightening up as we get closer to jump time, into $3.90 now. So, yeah, money's with the tissue. Race 8, number 1, she's the class runner, but she does have a heap of class.
Sox Nation, a tissue well back with Lekvati, See You in Heaven, Zardozi and Orchestral. They run the corner, 500 to go. It's Grinzinger Bell, shook up by 2 Revolutionary Miss Kamachi. Further back is Amelia's Jewel on the outside. El Safina is tracking up over on the rails. And behind those then was Lady in Pink and a tissue very wide. Grinzinger Bell with Amelia's Jewel the outer. El Safina back on the inside and a tissue is coming with a big run. Amelia's Jewel at the 100 metres. 3/4 a tissue. Amelia's Jewel a neck a tissue. Amelia's Jewel just in front of a tissue diving. It's a head bobbing go. A tissue. A tissue wins from Amelia's Jewel, Sox Nation, and then a photo for 4th between El Safina and Zardozi sliding through late. Wait for Tuesday. Then Lekvati. A tissue wins. Ran so well in the race last year. A true Group 1 performer.
2,000-metre races leading up, so the distance was certainly in the legs, and that might be a factor if she heads to next Saturday.
And just look back there on the blue on the inside.
And I'll tell you why I'm watching it, because you did the same thing on Colette in this race.
Yes, but this one's looking forward to a Melbourne Cup on Tuesday. Zardozi, a typical Cummings, nice run, blowout before the Cup, so don't forget Zardozi for Tuesday.
We thought that the race that stops the nation. What are our early thoughts on the race?
Well, again, another fascinating renewal of the race. I was really taking your opinion. Is there any horse we're forgetting?
Akita Sushi is one I like a little bit at odds. He's got good form, no weight on his back. Jamie Carr is riding in great form.
He's a favourite here, just nudging ahead. Buckaroo looking to become the first favourite since Fiorente, ridden by Damien Oliver back in 2013 to win 3,200 metres. If you don't mind, he might have a wide run again today. But if you want the best Dushi, if you want the best backed roughie in the last 10 to 15 minutes, it's number 11, Knight's Choice. He's had a solid foundation with 2 2,400-metre runs. He's on the 6-day backup, and he had that winter preparation, which 81 chance or $81 chance.
Way to Manzoy, sharp and smart, then Trusting You. Further back at the 1200 metres, Interpretation. 2 lengths to Warp Speed. Then came Valiant King, who's losing a little bit of ground, passed by the map. Then Kovalika, Positivity. Vauban is being shuffled back as this field string right out now at the 950. The leaders have put the foot down towards the back. Absurd, One Smooth Operator is about 20 off the lead. Then came Buckaroo about to get going from St George and Sea King. Just Fine is the leader. Coming down towards the 700 metres by a length and a half to Land Legend. 2 lengths away, Circle of Fire, Akita Sushi. Zardozi next on the inside, waited with Fancy Man under pressure. Then came Mostly Cloudy, Manzois. Buckaroo sweeping up around the outside, about 6 off the lead, followed by Vauban. Land Legend goes to the front with Akita Sushi on the outside. Then Zardozi, back behind those, Circle of Fire, Fancy Man, and from a long way back, Buckaroo. It's Akita Sushi. Zardozi a length away on the inside, wearing it down. Akita Sushi grabbed by Zardozi. Knight's Choice is coming through at any old price, and Warp Speed as well. Zardozi grabbed by Knight's Choice, and Warp Speed coming at it. Knight's Choice, Warp Speed, they hit the line. It's a photo finish. Knight's Choice, I reckon's one from Warp Speed, and a lead followed by Vauban. Land Legend goes to the front with Akita Sushi on the outside. Then Zardozi, back behind those, Circle of Fire, Fancy Man, and from a long way back, Buckaroo. It's Akita Sushi. Zardozi a length away on the inside, wearing it down. Akita Sushi grabbed by Zardozi. Knight's Choice is coming through at any old price, and Warp Speed as well. Zardozi grabbed by Knight's Choice, and Warp Speed coming at it. Knight's Choice, Warp Speed, they hit the line. It's a photo finish. Knight's Choice, I reckon's one from Warp Speed in a photo. What a magnificent finish to the Cup. Zardozi in a photo for third with Akita Sushi, Absurd. Then Circle of Fire, St George, and Just Fine at the tail of the field, and Knight's Choice is the winner. Robbie Dolan for John Simons and Sheila Laxon. It is a rank outsider. Knight's Choice has won the Lexus Melbourne Cup.
McDonald. Life, and it's going to change his life. But 2 fantastic rides, first and second, unbelievable.
Michelle, brilliant finish there. Warp Speed looked like it had it. Akita Sushi was powering home. Zardozi.
It's just unbelievable. Form lines. It's my extreme choice. He's sprinter. It's just unbelievable to think he's now won our greatest 2-mile race.
Well, you heard it there.
With John Simons and Sheila Laxon, famous for the deeds of Ethereal back in 2001, has just beaten Warp Speed, James Cummings, and 5th number 9, Absurd, Karen McAvoy for Willie Mullins, 3:19.53.
It's just amazing, isn't it? I mean, does it bring it all back, the first one?
Oh, of course it does. And you know what's great? I love it being done for the Australians. You know, the Australians horse done it, and Robbie's Australian. They've got 10% as well, so it's just a small group of people, but it's, you know, I mean, they're just so thrilled, and it's that's not mine, of course.
And $76, and the first 4 has paid $728,000 on the...
We all know the story, obviously, you know, and it's turned Robbie into a real rock star. You know? So, you know, fantastic, and good luck to him. And, you know, there's some other great rides in the race too. I thought Zardozi's was a great ride. Jamie Carr's ride was great on Akita Sushi as well. Land Legend didn't help himself. He still pulled a little bit. If he had settled at some stage, you know, he could have been fighting out the finish as well. Kieran McAvoy's ride in Absurd was really good. Probably just had to change.
Form lines, well done. It was pretty well backed to win it too, you know, like around the ground, so incredible.
Queen's racing. Has anyone found the person, I think, who had... Was it the $100 first 4 that yielded... Was it $3.2 million?
Yes, and I'd be lying if I said they intended to do what they did, which is a nice little way to add to the story as well.
One extra zero perhaps was pushed into the computer.
Got a shock that they had it that many times, so well done to them. But I think it
was... of the Darley Champion Sprint in the 2020s. And Ben, for you, it's a winning return to Flemington for Giga Kick.
I'm hoping it can be. He's the horse that
I'm with Giga Kick. I thought he looked absolutely...
Mark with Sportsbet. Bella Nipotina, she got out towards that 480 mark. Just tickled back into 450, got sort of, I think 470 might have been her top price. There's Giga Kick. They're firm enough without horses that they want to back. Here they come. Number 6, Sunshine in Paris. for J-Mac. Overpass for Bjorn Baker, who's already won a
party as they head to the outside fence. 650 metres to go. It's Estriella just in front of Overpass, Bellatrix Star and Bella Nipotina the outside. They were followed by Barraquil. Back in the field, Lady Laguna snatched up behind Sunshine in Paris. Then came Stretton Angel, who's the widest in the middle of the course. Giga Kickers behind them waited with Private Life and I Am Unstoppable. 300 to go. It's Estriella Overpass together. Barraquil, Bella Nipotina makes a line of 4, and they were followed by Stretton Angel right to party. It's Barraquil just in front of Stretton Angel. Bella Nipotina the outside, and right to party's coming at them all. And Sunshine in Paris is coming through. Right to party at the 50. Sunshine in Paris driving. Sunshine in Paris has won from right to party. Bella Nipotina, and then Stretton Angel. Further back in the field was Private Life.
Going right down, Gator, right down to the wire.
He just didn't know where to look at the 100. That's elite racing it. It's their Sunshine in Paris, hopelessly held up in behind them, but J-Max, like Moses, just finds a pathway and bursts through. Bella Nipotina went down swinging as she always does.
James McDonald wins this race for the 4th time. The 4th time, and that's now 9. He's heading to... He's also got the favourite.
Sunshine in Paris held up at a key stage, burst through to defeat Right to Party at any old...
They're the two that I'm going to be with, the 10 and the 4. Mr. Brightside, Blinker's first time. He's such a good horse. It wouldn't surprise to see him win. What a race.
Prior to Jenny, she got out to $5. She's gone back into $4.60. So every time we dabble a 5, they take it. Mr. Brightside's been firm as well. They're now co-favourites at $4.60. Ben's on top selection. Fangirl into $5, holding that quote.
Field. Pride of Jenny runs them along, but it's not as fast. Usually up to her standards anyway, by about a length and 3/4 broadsiding my Oberon, and then Amelia's Jewel, Mr. Brightside, Steffi Magnetica, pinstripe deeper beyond centre field. From Von Hawk, New Energy, Fangirl, and Antino is last. Up around the turn, it's Pride of Jenny in front from broadsiding, and then my Oberon behind those. Pride of Jenny marginally bringing the field off the rails. Mr. Brightside with 2.5 to pick up. Amelia's Jewel, pinstripe, Steffi Magnetica behind them. Fangirl and Antino winding up. They've got to Pride of Jenny. Amelia's Jewel struck the front from my Oberon, broadsiding. Fangirl and Antino right down the outskirts of the track. Amelia's Jewel at the clock tower with Fangirl, Steffi Magnetica, and Mr. Brightside driving through too. Mr. Brightside hits the front from Antino, Steffi Magnetica. Mr. Brightside, Mr. B's back. Mr. Brightside's won it. A half Antino, Fangirl or Steffi Magnetica. Behind those horses, Amelia's Jewel, and then came New Energy, pinstripe, Von Hawk.
Well, Grace, your elation to say the very least there with Hubby Ben. That was something else.
It's just incredible. I mean, this horse means absolutely everything to everybody at Lindsay Park, to Ben, Will and JD, the trainers. He's now an...
Group 1, number 8. He's back to his best. Well, he's done...
That's one of his, if not the best win of his career. That was a fantastic field. And unlike Antino and Fangirl, who had the absolute sweetest runs of all time, he's had to be held up, ducked back to the inside, and still outfinish them all. Best horse at a mile wins. The distance
had run 4th, 3rd and 2nd in the 3 previous editions of this race.
Yeah, it was a... He's so gutsy, and that was a
nice even tempo without being crazy. They held up Pride of Jenny there a little bit yesterday, but it looked like, her tough campaign, really told on her in the end there. Obviously, she's bled and got 3 months now, so, her bubble burst there yesterday.
So 3 months becomes retirement in the space of a couple of hours for Pride of Jenny, who's been a terrific horse, but a bit of a comet in some respects.
Been waiting for all day. Via Sistina, the Cox Plate winner by 8 lengths. Look at her here. She's $1.55. He won't get the, what was she, 4, 5, 6? The main stablemate of Tissue. The horses that they've backed, the main one outside of the favourite is the one without a fight, who hasn't raced since winning the Melbourne Cup last year. 23 to $12.
$9.50 out to 9 knowledge by a length and 3/4. Duke to Sessa, Future History. A length and a half away in the field in 4th, Royal Champion. 2 lengths away, Nugget, LES, a length via Sistina. Now let's see the favourites, 8 off the lead, and then a Tissue without a fight, Docklands and Arapaho. Coming up towards the corner to 9 knowledge, about a length in front of Duke to Sessa, Future History, 3 wide. A length and a 1/4, Royal Champion. Then Nugget via Sistina, shown a little bit more leather. She's 5 off the lead now. now. Then came LES, a Tissue without a fight. Docklands and Arapaho. Deny Knowledge at the 400 metres from Future History, a length away. Via Sistina right down the outside. McDonald hasn't moved yet. Then came a Tissue and Duke de Sessa. Now he goes for the Star. 200 to go. Via Sistina, 2 lengths in front of a Tissue. Future History then came without a fight, but Via Sistina is drawing away the star of the spring, and J-Mac a perfect 10 again. Via Sistina by 3 a Tissue without a fight. Future History, then Arapaho, Docklands denied.
Why she was picked up as a yearling for 5,000 guineas. I mean, absolutely nobody wanted her. She's an unconventional looking creature.
You see the best.
That's it. The world's highest rated horse just came to Flemington on the biggest stage and made a mess of them. Let's not muck around. She looked the winner from that race 1,000 metres out. Cruised to them just like a Cox Plate. She's twice as good as them. She's going past them in a jog. She could run backwards and beat a few of them, I think.
And one of the most exciting...
He was giggling to himself, James McDonald. 10 wins for the week, and Via Sistina has just absolutely wowed us over the last couple of weeks.
Everything just went to beautifully planned. I had the horse to really give me a smooth ride, and 600, 400, I was just like changing, and she just went 300.
It was like the Melbourne Cup. They
had her fellow mare Via Sistina for company, and the Cox Plate winner, an 8th length dominant performance at the Valley a fortnight ago. It was 2 3/4 lengths yesterday, and it could have been perhaps a lot more, Ollie.
Yeah, well, she looked the lock of the day, didn't she? The shortest price favourite, well backed.
150 and crossed over to lead Oscar's Fortune, and Barrakiel third the inside. 2 lengths Ray Magnerio. They were followed by Robrick and Who Dares a length to Cloudland, not on the track. They were followed by Christilli, DePaul, Moby Dick, Arkansas Kid pounding Nadal. Spacewalkers last. Philosopher led the Meteorite. 400 metres to go with on the outside Barrakiel, Oscar's Fortune next. For the back, Robrick, Ray Magnerio, followed by Who Dares, and Cloudland is out deeper on the track, but Barrakiel lets down at the 200 metres. Surge 2 lengths in front of Ray Magnerio, Oscar's Fortune, and Nadal from a mile back. Barrakiel 100 to go, stopping. Here's Nadal. Nadal's the on the track, but Barrakiel lets down at the 200 metres. Surge 2 lengths in front of Ray Magnerio, Oscar's Fortune, and Nadal from a mile back. Barrakiel 100 to go, stopping. Here's Nadal. Nadal's and also Barrakiel in photos. They were followed next in the field by...
Group 1 CF4, Wait for Age, 1,400 metres. It doesn't get any better leading into the autumn. Mr. B's back and he's shooting for 9. Group 1 wins. Solid. $2.70 from his opening quote at $2.60. Another Will's been the best backed outside of him, $4.50 into $3.30. Can he win at Wait for Age?
Outside of Southport Tycoon, Mr. Brightside, initially 4th or 5th, is now moving around the field. So it's Schwartz leading off the back at the 1,000 metres by a length to Mr. Brightside. They were followed by in third Private Life, and then another Will, a length and a half. They continue their journey past the 800, where it's Schwartz striding out, tries to get a buffer over the champ. So the leader Schwartz by 2 lengths, Mr. Brightside, a length and 3/4 Private Life. Then came another Will, a length and a half, Southport Tycoon at the 500. Further back is Stapati, Super Sphinx, Samana, Freedom Rally and Pinstripe. Schwartz comes up towards the corner, tries to run them ragged as they reach the 350. It's off the rails. Mr. Brightside is idling up. Private Life's got a run up on the inside, then another Will. Mr. Brightside went to the front at the 250, hands and heels. 2 lengths, another Will. Private Life, Super Sphinx. Mr. Brightside, 100 to go. Another Will, 3/4 of a length coming at Mr. Brightside. Mr. Brightside, another Will's got it. Another Will. An emotional win at Woolsthorpe. Another Will has won it from Mr. Brightside at Gapster Party. They were followed by Private Life, Samana in a photo, and then Southport Tycoon. A magnificent renewal of the oar. Another Will's got up to beat Mr. Brightside.
Sometimes these things are written in the stars. The late Colin McKenna would have turned 75 last Tuesday. In the space of an hour, the horse that gave him a Caulfield Cup in his
Jamie Mellom has the first Group 1 winner under her married name, her 16th overall. She made the Festival of Race.
Beautiful. You know, I think it's the first one that Colin Janice bred to win a Group 1. You know, that's very, very special. It's probably not fitting that he can't be here. He just would have been so thrilled, but you know, I'm pretty proud.
And Typhoon Tracy, no, Damien Oliver, there was this early move from Craig Williams that was pivotal to what happened at the very end of the race.
You could see early he was looking to slot in somewhere and there was really no spot for him to get in, so had to force his hand to go forward. Race. I think if you swap the barriers, you could easily have swapped the results, because then...
Speed of I Am Me have come out of the race. They are both late scratch.
Been to the main race, we've had a couple of late scratchings because of the inclement weather. 13 cents deductions. Mornington Glory and... Now, who's the blowout? Benedetta, 15 to 9.50 with those 13 cents deductions.
Might be too sharp. But
$15 into $8.50 there. Skybird further down the page. If you're looking for one at much longer odds, double figures, $34 into 27, but some good...
Speed.
Oh, Robbie, hey, who would you like to be riding?
And Philosopher, Joyful Fortune behind them, followed by Stretton Angel, Benedetta, Traffic Warden, and Skybird is at the end of the field. 5.50 out. The leader is Marzu from Way to the Stars. A length and a half to Switzerland, coiled up behind them with Growing Empire. Further back is Philosopher, deeper with Stretton Angel, then Joyful Fortune. Benedetta's about 4 off the front, and behind those horses then is Skybird, who's trying to get through. It's Way to the Stars, joined by Growing Empire. Stretton Angel the outside, Benedetta coming on, or Growing Empire's running all over the place, and Skybird dropped on them, drove through from last, races clear, a spectacular win. Skybird, three-quarter Stretton Angel, photo third, Benedetta or Switzerland, Traffic Warden behind them, followed by Marzu, Growing Empire, further back Way to the Stars, Philosopher, and Joy.
Stop it. I see it, I just don't believe it. The three-year-olds were expected to dominate, and it's Skybird who wins a Group 1 over 1,000, defeating another mare in Stretton Angel.
The longest price winner of a Black Caviar Lightning in the 71 editions of the race. The mares have gone 1, 2, 3. John Allen, unbelievable performance. He's with Charlotte.
Johnny,
months. It feels like it hasn't dropped below 30 degrees for 2 months, and just a freakish cold day yesterday have all contributed to that time. But stunning win from...
She seems to take us through that. You're in a spot there that you usually like to stand when you're watching your horses run at Flemington.
Yeah, just about pulled down half the rail in the home straight there. But, look, why not enjoy it? I mean, it's that hard to get to this level, and it's that hard to get a horse to perform in those races.
The Oakley Plate, it's one of my favourite races of the year, and She's Bulletproof has been really...
I think off a good tempo, he can accelerate like others can't. And I think he's the starting point for me, Jimmy Star. I think he...
That dynamic, shorter than that now at $8. Jimmy Star, does he want further? He's an absolute demon, fresh up as well. He draws nicely to come down the middle of the track, 12 into $8. And Arabian Summer down in the way.
Yeller and well back, She's Bulletproof. Further back between horses, Head Wall, and their 2 lengths of Straka, with also well back in the field coming up towards the home corner, Jimmy Star, and back with it is Sons Dude. So it's Golden Boom around the turn at the 450 from Insurrection, tightened up on the inside. Then came Ashford Street. Arabian Summers presenting up the middle of the course. Then Ray Magnerio. Further back is I Am Me, and then She's Bulletproof. Arabian Summer went to the front, 150 metres to go. Ray Magnerio and She's Bulletproof, and Jimmy Star are coming hard. She's Bulletproof, and Jimmy over the top has dropped from the sky to win from She's Bulletproof, and then Ray Magnerio Head Wall. Came Ashford Street. Arabian Summers presenting up the middle of the course. Then Ray Magnerio. Further back is I Am Me, and then She's Bulletproof. Arabian Summer went to the front, 150 metres to go. Ray Magnerio and She's Bulletproof, and Jimmy Star are coming hard. She's Bulletproof, and Jimmy over the top has dropped from the sky to win from She's Bulletproof, and then Ray Magnerio Head Wall, and behind those horses Espionage, Sharippa, Arabian Summer, Prairie Flower.
It is a fairy tale because it was Jimmy Star with a flashing run in these famous colours over Shanousham, and Kieran Barr, the winning trainer there, knowing right now, yep, I've got another one, 50 plus. How good's that?
First up, and Kieran Maher's got his second win in the Oakley Plate after the success, but just denied Charlotte Littlefield her Group 1 dream. She's Bulletproof.
Tommy!
Good girl. Well done. Love you, girl. Yeah, girl. I love you, girl.
How good. Charlotte Littlefield, such a valued member of the Racing.com family, and for a brief moment I think we all thought she was about to become a Group 1 winning trainer yesterday during the Oakley Plate. Jimmy Starr, with his blinding turn of foot, had something else to say, but that's such fantastic access.
Yeah, I love seeing that. I'm going to give him some credit. Trav Noonan's been saying for a good couple of years that this horse is a sprinter, and I think he's absolutely spot on. He's so brilliant first up. Now,
Formerly the Chippy Norton Stakes, and very aptly named the Very Elegant Stakes. Of course,
champ Via Sistina. And she's a superstar, isn't she? It is to say the least. And with over 70% of the hold here, it's looking like it could get worse. Via Sistina is our $1.55 favourite. And the biggest thing to note about her is that the damage is in the multi-roll, which is into the 7 figures. And she is the last leg. Fangirl on the second line has been...
Golden Path in front by 2 lengths on Lindemann. Similar margin to Arapaho, followed by the French import Zaracum on the inside of the great mare Via Sistina. Length and a half, Faulkner Park, Fangirl the other, and Land Legend is back last of all. Golden Path 2 in front of the 600 metres to Lindemann under a quiet ride. Then came Arapaho. Via Sistina starting to inch closer, and already she's peeling 3 wide coming to the bend from Zaracum, and Fangirl is right on the coattails of Via Sistina as they turn. Golden Path in front from Lindemann, then Arapaho. Via Sistina sold up now, and Fangirl going every bit as well on the outside. Down to the 250, Lindemann raced up on the outside of Golden Path. Fangirl and Via Sistina. This is a great finish coming up. Via Sistina's knuckling down, so's Fangirl. Via Sistina, Fangirl, Via Sistina. Brave win, Via Sistina. Won it by a neck on the line to Fangirl, and a head away, Lindemann the inside. Then came Arapaho, Faulkner Park, Golden Path.
That we just saw why she's one of the highest ranked horses in the world. Waller's trained the trifecta. She was too good.
Yeah.
Running of the All-Star Mile, the first time it finds itself at Group 1 level and on Super.
At the top, Mr. B and Another Will. Great appraisal by Amy with these champion gallopers walking around just a field of 7, and it's Mr. B they have to beat.
Mark Zara by a length and a quarter, Mr. Brightside. Another Will is third, there's been no pressure. Light Infantry Man is fourth. Then came Flying Trapeze. Next is Tom Kitten, who is 6 off the lead and 2 lengths to the mare A Tissue. Running through halfway, the leader is Rise at Dawn. By about a length and a quarter, Mr. Brightside. Williams just has a little cheeky peek. He sees Another Will third, the inside. Light Infantry Man 4. 2 lengths, Tom Kitten, Flying Trapeze, no change. Then A Tissue around the corner. Rise at Dawn, the leader in All-Star Mile 7. Led by a length, Mr. Brightside, yet to push the button. Light Infantry Man the outer. Another Will's curled up behind them, and they were followed by Tom Kitten. Rise at Dawn sprints up at the 300 metres. Mr. Brightside moves up. Williams hasn't moved. Light Infantry Man, Tom Kitten unleashing. Mr. Brightside at the 200. Here's Tom Kitten on the outside. Another Will got chopped out. Mr. Brightside just in front has to fight. Tom Kitten coming at him. Tom Kitten claws away and wins. Tom Kitten won the All-Star Mile from Mr. Brightside. Another Will in a photo for third with Light Infantry Man. 100 metres. Mr. Brightside moves up. Williams hasn't moved. Light Infantry Man, Tom Kitten unleashing. Mr. Brightside at the 200. Here's Tom Kitten on the outside. Another Will got chopped out. Mr. Brightside just in front has to fight. Tom Kitten coming at him. Tom Kitten claws away and wins. Tom Kitten won the All-Star Mile from Mr. Brightside. Another Will in a photo for third with Light Infantry Man. They were followed by A Tissue, Rise at Dawn, and last Flying Trapeze.
After 4 placings in the first 6 editions of the All-Star Mile, James Cummings claims the All-Star Mile trophy with Tom Kitten.
Mr. Shot for Tom Kitten to have the last crack at him, and you could see Another Will in behind there looking for runs, couldn't get out, eventually clipped heels, and Jamie Carr was probably lucky not to come down. People said that was possibly a run on the inside, but if she locked herself to that inside run, it's only giving her one option, so I could understand why she came out looking for runs.
For Another Will.
Jamie Mellum, Another Will.
He ran really well. In my opinion, wins it if he doesn't do a barrier 1.
What's your view on that, Ollie?
I think it's a fair comment.
Out to 240 just from the way the track is playing and the awkward draw. So while he's best backed, he's got about 50% of the money invested on him. He's just easing now, and there's been support for runners around him. Good amount of money coming now for Aliana from Barrier 1. She was as much as $10.
In the Sky Racing Rosehill Guineas over 2,000 metres, broadsiding out to 280 at the death in the rough and racing. And Plymouth has the head in front early from Kasuki's last of all, so broadsiding 3 wide going into the bend. And the leader is Gold Rush Guru. Jump to the front, and now Millum puts the brakes on as broadsiding goes forward on the outside, and broadsiding will race up into second position. For the Dream, the outer, a length and a half to Plymouth, and broadsiding, he did some work early, but McDonald's got him fourth, one out, one back now at the 750. Further back, Mallorca Sunset on the outside of Aliana. Swift Falcon starting a run, doesn't want to give away too much start against broadsiding, and Swift Falcon's making a very fast run coming to the turn. Gold Rush Guru being eyeballed by Save of the Dream. Plymouth locked up now from broadsiding, and Swift Falcon the outside. Mallorca Sunset is next into the straight now, and just in front Gold Rush Guru, Save of the Dream, but broadsiding letting down now. Swift Falcon a length behind, broadsiding 200 to go, leads by a length on Swift Falcon. Aliana making some headway, broadsiding in front, 150 to go. Swift Falcon's in for the fight, broadside kicking, Aliana flashing home at the end. The filly's flying and lunges. Oh, photo finish in the Rosehill Guineas, broadsiding, letting down now. Swift Falcon a length behind, broadsiding 200 to go, leads by a length on Swift Falcon. Aliana making some headway, broadsiding in front, 150 to go. Swift Falcon's in for the fight, broadside kicking, Aliana flashing home at the end. The filly's flying and lunges. Oh, photo finish in the Rosehill Guineas, broadsiding, and Aliana. Oh, nothing in there. Swift Falcon third, Plymouth fourth. Get back to
seemingly home. Aliana, big dive, and from there you'd say the broadsiding probably hits it and does, and gets the win. An extraordinary day continues. Chris Wallaby just misses out, and James Cummings and James McDonald continue, and he's got a fourth group.
Bossy, 3 wide, no cover, but no panic. Nope. Trusts the horse underneath you, and he wins his fourth Group 1. 2 as a 2-year-old, the Golden Rose, and now Rosehill Guineas as a 3-year-old.
Yeah, the Royd actually won the race. He was going to be...
was able to find something. And how's Aliana flashing home? We've been speaking on a weekly basis about the Waller fillies and how they'll be placed. She looks like she'll be Waller's #1 seed in the ATC Oaks.
He's got an embarrassment.
But Aliana was fantastic, and broadsiding... Look, he's been a fantastic 2-year-old. He's got another big race on his CV. For me, he's no Animo. But no Animo.
The money on her, but our new favourite is Chayawolf, and let me tell you, it's been a hard day for our traders thus far, so they'll be hoping that they can get Fangirl beat, because there's a stack of multis also running through her with our last few winners as well, the likes of Broadsiding, Autumn Glow and Via Sistina. But Chayawolf, our new favourite, $5.50 into $4, and $3.10 out to $4.20. Gringotts is the other one who's been backed at odds, $7.50 into $6. Then we've got Tom Kitten, $6.
Also, Royal Patronage makes the running out by a length on Gringotts, with Militarise in third. 2 lengths away to Chayawolf, Steffi Magnetica, and Fangirl shall have to be content with sitting 3 wide the trip. Then Port Blossom, Royal Patronage in front, down the side, $7.50 to go, by length on Militarise. Gringotts well positioned. Steffi Magnetica goes to an outright fourth now. Chayawolf back on the rails. Fangirl's been 3 wide from the start, then Kovalik, Port Lockroy, Tom Kittener, Wellback Buckaroo, and Celestial Legend. So Royal Patronage under a good grip. Gringotts presents in second. Then Militarise, Chayawolf going up the fence. Steffi Magnetica the outer, and 2 for the back to Fangirl. In front, Royal Patronage with Gringotts looming large on the outside. Gringotts moved up to Royal Patronage. Chayawolf is coming through the middle, and Fangirl, she's still in it wide out. Fangirl, Chayawolf and Gringotts, 3 of the minute. Fangirl the outside, lunges at Gringotts, and another thriller. Fangirl, Gringotts, a half head away to Chayawolf. Then came Royal Patronage, Tom Kitten closer. Further back,
Tommy Berry, I reckon he's broken a drought here and got himself his first Group 1 since the Oaks in Melbourne in November 2022. Has he? Look at Fangirl and look at McDonald all over the top, and he has Tommy Berry. Denies James McDonald, and Chad Schofield.
And made a really good brave dive at
To the end of the Royal Patronage. Thought Buckaroo was good, just behind Tom Kitten there.
Yeah, Buckaroo was great, and so was Tom. D6. The Doncaster is perhaps the most famous mile race in Australia.
Bruce, anything you like, back it, because anything can happen here. It's such an exciting betting affair. So our $5.50 favourite here is Linebacker. He's been 6 into $5.50 just in the last couple of moments. Actually, our worst way home is Tom Kitten, who has about 20% of the investment. He's been 8 to 14. Moira pretty solid now at $16. 18 about Steffi Magnetica, perhaps the forgotten horse. Rise at Dawn is at 23, who's been backed in from $31.
The field together with Firestorm as they go to the first turn. Linebackers well back together with Anisette. Iona Merck is well back in the field, and they're followed by New Energy Kovalika, and Geoglyph is the last one. So the Doncaster field run down the side, and Rise at Dawn goes to the front here. It's Rise at Dawn showing the way by a half length on Pericles. Royal Patronage 3 out in third. Green Gots gets the right spot, fourth right behind them. Then came Just Folk, another Will covering a bit of ground. Then came Tom Kitten, Port Lockroy, Steffi Magnetica. Hard held between runners. Now Purton starts his run on Moira. Coming around the turn, Firestorm revved up. Further back is Anisette as they straighten up now. And Rise at Dawn comes up the rise, being tackled by Pericles. Royal Patronage, another Will the outside. Steffi Magnetica's angling into the clear. Green Gots Tom Kitten taking inside runs. Steffi Magnetica's working into the clear. They're right across the track. It's Royal Patronage, Steffi Magnetica up the inside. Rise at Dawn, end cap Steffi. She got there today, Steffi Magnetica, right on the line, nailing on the is Anisette as they straighten up now. And Rise at Dawn comes up the rise, being tackled by Pericles. Royal Patronage, another Will the outside. Steffi Magnetica's angling into the clear. Green Gots Tom Kitten taking inside runs. Steffi Magnetica's working into the clear. They're right across the track. It's Royal Patronage, Steffi Magnetica up the inside. Rise at Dawn, end cap Steffi. She got there today, Steffi Magnetica, right on the line, nailing on the outside, Royal Patronage, and end cap whizzing home with Rise at Dawn, Tom Kitten. Wide out another Will Miller.
So she wins the Stradbroke as a 3-year-old filly and wins the Doncaster as a 4-year-old mare. It's only been done by one other horse ever, and that's Private Steer. That's how hard that is. M. Bjorn Baker, the rising star, continues to rise.
Doncaster and a Stradbroke, two of the great Australian races. She's very valuable.
The Cunningham family, and she's worth a fortune. It's very bad at this time of year. It means a lot.
Oh, I'm so happy for you, mate. Congratulations.
Winner. So these fillies in the Australian Derby is interesting. So we go back to Shamrocker in 2011, the last to be able to do it, but only
one on the board with this.
I reckon today this is a better parade from her. Her coat has definitely improved. You can see it gives me a really good guide that she can run up to expectations.
Oh, that's a good tick.
She is all the rage. She's into 240 now, and with almost 50% of the money invested on her. Between herself and Willie Do It, they have 75% of the hold here. He's got about 25%. So Aliana, who went up 360, is obviously our 240 outright favourite.
So it's Plymouth at the 1,000, a half in front to Mustang Morgan. Then came King of Thunder, very well positioned on the inside of Aliana. Sitsipas has been wide from the start, so's Willie Do It, but it looks as though Mickey D is starting to take closer order here on the Kiwi. Shamwell's right there on the fence as they race inside the 700 now, and Plymouth just in front of Mustang Morgan. Aliana is poised to pounce. She's peeling 3 wide, laying it down to the leaders now. King of Thunder slipping right up on the inside. Shamwell's taking a rails run, and Willie Do It's under plenty of pressure as they turn, and Plymouth swings in front from the filly Aliana, who strides up boldly on the outside, and Aliana now takes the lead to the 300, beating off Plymouth. Shamwell, King of Thunder on the rails, further back to Willie Do It and Firm Agreement. Aliana 175 out, 2 lengths clear from Willie Do It, Firm Agreement, but she's really opening up now, Aliana, and the filly's going to destroy them in the Derby. Aliana, different class, boy, she towed the boys up by 5. They turn, and Plymouth swings in front from the the filly Aliana, who strides up boldly on the outside, and Aliana now takes the lead to the 300, beating off Plymouth. Shanwa, King of Thunder on the rails. Further back to Willie Do It and Firm Agreement. Aliana 175 out, 2 lengths clear from Willie Do It. Firm Agreement, but she's really opening up now, Aliana, and the filly's going to destroy them in the Derby. Aliana, different class. Boy, she towed the boys up by 5. Firm Agreement, I think, second, just in front of Shanwa. She is different class.
What a performance in a season of outstanding 3-year-old fillies. She is right up there with them. She absolutely demolished the Colts there. She raced away for them for Chris and Zach, for Damien, I should say. It was superb, wasn't it?
Unbelievable. I mean, she didn't just win, she won by a margin, and that was an easy performance. I'd have to say the other horse that you have to give a big...
There's going to be an argument, which is the best 3-year-old filly, staying filly, particularly if Treasure of the Moment does what we think she'll do next week.
Well, what do you think at this point in time?
I want another week to think about it. But that's the performance of the year from a 3-year-old staying filly.
The Sydney Cup. 160 years of history and traditions.
$3 now, does have about 25% of the money invested here, but there's been firms for runners outside of her. So Zardozi has been Strathtay, Arapaho is at 23, along with River of Stars, and then $31 or more the rest of them.
Hopeful, then came Warmunga, further back to Burpin on the inside of Arapaho, 2 after Zardozi on the inside of Athabaskan, as the race back to where they all started from, 900 metres to go. Back in the field is the rear from mostly cloudy Francesco Guardi Granchico to Giannis under the pump out wide, then Cleveland, Listotchka, Age of Sale, Waltham and Strathtay last about 20 off the lead. Athabaskan give it a bit more rain by Clark now at the 600 metres. She's a length in front from River of Stars, who've been revved up to give chase, then Circle of Fire. Duke de Sessa slipping right along the rails from Athabaskan. Now the runs are starting out wide. Warmunga, mostly cloudy, Cleveland hooking right to the outside. So Alaucan swings in front from River of Stars. Alaucan, she might be gone, yes. River of Stars and Arapaho have moved up. Athabaskan chimes in. Right down the outside is Cleveland with a good run, mostly cloudy, but Arapaho dashes clear. It's Arapaho 2, 3 lengths in front in the Sydney Cup. Oh, Arapaho. Well, second crack at the Sydney Cup, and today's the day. Arapaho, a big winner. Waltham at big odds got up to run second. River of Stars third, then mostly cloudy Athabaskan. Further back in.
Can anyone stop Bjorn Baker? It is remarkable the season he is having and the recent run. And Rachel King gets a second Sydney Cup. And Katie, she gave that a...
Just smashed the track record by 1.7 seconds. Unbelievable with your boy Rappy. Well done.
We don't expect anything less, do we? He's a superstar. He's just been an unbelievable horse for me and the team.
He stunned us 12 months ago. Rare air.
Yeah, it is. Have a look at that, Richo, Animo, and of course the Mighty Winx, 7 Group 1s. If she can do it today, she'll equal the Immortal and Winx.
It's just incredible. She has been the one that everyone's measured against, and Via Sistina gets an opportunity to go up and eyeball Winx with 7.
And you can see she's quite a big mare, but it's also the way that she walks with that big long stride of hers, and she uses that often. It's as good as...
Certainly do. She's also tab lay of the day, and it's not deterring the punters with 60% of the money invested here on the favourite. We're taking her on. She's $1.90 out to $2.10. Dubai Honour on the second line is also easing 6 to $7.50. There's been a push here for Rusham Park, who opened 15s, was 11 this morning, now a $9 chance. A chance in from $17. Light Infantryman at 17s, 23.
No Deny Knowledge keeps the gallop good in the lead. Out by 2.5 and Light Infantryman. Then Lindemann in a very handy third. 2 to Tom Kitten, who's just tugging along at this point. Geoglyph there on the fence. From Dubai on a camp right behind them. Further back to Buckaroo. Via Sistina on the fence. Rusham Park on a 3-wide path as they come up to the 600 metres now. And Deny Knowledge the front runner, but Lindemann comes off the fence. And Nash is going to challenge a long way out. It's Deny Knowledge being joined by Lindemann coming around the turn, who takes the lead. Then Tom Kidden, Dubayon is winding up on the outside from Light Infantryman. And now Via Sistina. She's looking for the runs behind them. She'll have to go back to the inside. Lindemann takes the lead to the 200. But here comes Via Sistina. She's slicing through the pack. Dubayona and Cheowolf down the outside. But Via Sistina takes the lead inside the 100. She's drawn clear from Dubayona and Tom Kidden. And Via Sistina equals the record of the Great Winks with 7 Group 1s in a season. What an info on the outside from Light Infantryman. And now Via Sistina. She's looking for the runs behind them. She'll have to go back to the inside. Lindemann takes the lead to the 200. But here comes Via Sistina. She's slicing through the pack. Dubayona and Cheowolf down the outside. But Via Sistina takes the lead inside the 100. She's drawn clear from Dubayona and Tom Kidden. And Via Sistina equals the record of the Great Winks with 7 Group 1s in a season. What an emphatic victory there in the Queen Elizabeth, beating Dubayona and Tom Kidden. Then Lindemann, Rosham.
Champions make things happen. And a champion is James McDonald, because he got shuffled back to near last and did not panic. He could have played the percentages and tried to get out wide, but he didn't. He knew what was underneath him. He took a deep breath, he let the girl gather up, and he burst through a gap. It was brilliant riding. Importantly, Tina joins Winks with 7 Group 1s in the season. Defeats girl. I think she goes into the top 10 money earners in Australian racing history. James McDonald continues to charge at the greats, George Moore and Damien Oliver. That was just a brilliant ride. And
it was a good fight today. It was a world-class field. She needed a few outs, as you said. But James almost, so you'll have to ask them, but I think you should be aiming towards a Cox Plate.
Congrats, Chris.
14 runners are already Group 1 winners. That shows the quality of this race, whether it be Broadsiding and Jimmy Star and Magic Time and Jolly Star and Briasa. They are all
good money for the top 3 in the market. Briasa, who is our 370 current favourite, just out of touch though from opening at 360. Best backed actually is Broadsiding with 30% of the money. He's been a really, along with Jimmy Star, who opened 8s, was 6th this morning, now into 550, but was as short as 480 a couple of moments ago. Along with Sunshine in Paris. Komochi has been 13 out to $16 and then $26 or more the rest of them. And there's not...
Desert Lightning, then Sunshine in Paris, and Broadsiding is creeping right underneath a lot of them going up the inside. So they find their positions at the 800 metres. Jimmy Star is over on the inside about midfield at this point. Jolly Star is deeper out. Benedetta right there between them. Then came Antino. Magic Time drifting back from Grail Sea, Karosipenko. And My Oberon is the last one. Belclair leads inside the 600. From Briasa at the early crack for the lead. Broadsiding creeping into 3rd. From Sunshine in Paris, Komochi under pressure. Further back to Jimmy Star, looking to slice through as they straighten up now. Belclair in front from Briasa. Sunshine in Paris, Broadsiding. Jimmy Star is looking to slice through as Briasa went up to claim the front now. 200 to go. Briasa a length and a half clear from Sunshine in Paris. Jimmy Star, Jolly Star late. It's Briasa in front. Jimmy Star levels up. Jimmy takes the shot and won the All-Age Stakes. Jimmy Star beat Jolly Star and Sunshine Paris, followed by Briasa. Then Benedetta, further back to Magic Time, Desert Lightning, Belclair.
And he's done it with an electrifying turn of foot. That makes him so special. Jimmy defeats Jolly as the battle of the stars there for Kieran Maher.
First up, he's looking to go back to back to back. He's now out to $2.10. Headwall is absolutely flying. It's hard to believe he hasn't won a race this prep considering how well he's gone. He deserves a big victory. He's been $6.50 into $5.50.
Ready to race for $5 million. Let's have a look at the market. Over.
A moment of Everson Dandy, Western Empire, Generosity together. Further back, Brave Spirit being followed by Headwall, who only had 2 behind him. Joker's Grin, Triple Missile. 600 metres left to go. Overpass leads the way. Front Page is up there running second before the home turn. Then 2 lengths away, rope them in on the inside of Westar. Crescetti's covered ground. Held up Magnificent Dandy. The leaders have quickened at the 400 mark. And now Parr goes to work. Overpass straightens up. Wobbles off around the home corner. takes front page with him. Further back is Westar Magnificent Andy, cuts the corner. Here comes Headwall down the outside, the boss lady. Overpass in front, Magnificent Andy. Headwall coming at them. Overpass gone, down the outside, Joker's Grin. He's charging, they hit it. I think he might have got the winning hand. Joker's Grin takes front page with him. Further back is Westar Magnificent Andy, cuts the corner. Here comes Headwall down the outside, the boss lady. Overpass in front, Magnificent Andy. Headwall coming at them. Overpass gone, down the outside, Joker's Grin. He's charging, they hit it. I think he might have got the winning hand. Joker's Grin has cut them all down from the back of the field, and one from Headwall. Generosity, Magnificent Andy for third. Overpass. His great record at Ascot comes to an end. Brave Spirit Westar not far away from right. The Quokka, for the first time, stays in WA. Joker's Grin in the Ladbroke Silks. Patrick Jokers, the first West Aussie to win the $5 million Kia Quokka. Joker's Grin stamps his class, his quality.
It's 10,000 time for the sprinters over the 1,200 metres, and that is the piece of silverware that all this.
9 Shine in Paris has just started to firm up late here. She's been 420 into 370 in what is a really open edition of this year's Doomben 10,000. We've actually got a runner at odds who's our worst result, but Benedetta has been 5 into 460. Overpass out the gate there after opening 4 is at 750. A similar result, 17 into $13. Lady Laguna 17
of the Doomben 10,000.
Lady Laguna, payload last, down to the halfway mark, Hidden Wealth, tackled by Marzu and Schwartz, pouring on the pressure 3 wide. Overpass just behind them, Libertan and Rothfire, there wide, Genevieve, Park 7th the rail, Sunshine in Paris moving up to a dangerous trailing position, Benedetta still right with her, then came at the others, Desert Lightning, Lady Laguna hooking wide, then payload and V8, in the home straight, plenty with the chance here, Libertan and Rothfire on the outside, Schwartz, Marzu battling on, and now Sunshine in Paris, given a cue, is coming right down the outside. Rothfire's in front. Sunshine in Paris is trying hard. Rothfire and Sunshine in Paris. Sunshine in Paris got the lead and won from Rothfire and Payline. Fourth over the line was Benedetta. Then came Schwartz, Marzu. Wellback was
a genius, James McDonald. That's 14, yes, 14 Group 1s for the season, if you don't mind. 16's the all-time record for Miracle Mal Johnson. Miracle trouble because James McDonald starts Queensland in style. Brilliant win. So to the end, she'll hand that title over to another mare, no doubting, in Via Sistina, who is such a champ. What a season. So she has the advantage with prize money, Group 1 wins, but head-to-head, it's Antino. 3-2. What a...
To be our current favourite is Antino, and he's sitting around that $3.30 quote. Jenny, Pride of Jenny, she's getting out of fraction. She's now out to $4.60 after opening at $3.40. So $3.40 out to $4.60 there for our second elect, but Antino.
And Faulkner Parker militarised with the last pair. Pride of Jenny racing along the back straight. They're halfway home in the cup. Her margin is 4. Lindemann is second. 3.5 away, third Elias. Myoba on fourth, the rail. The speed is strong as you'd expect. Then Buada, Jean Kovalika, Ossipenko, Miss Jolene. Followed by Klondike. And then came Antino. And Shinner's now making his move. He has to go now. 3 wide, up he goes. Faulkner Park tries to track him into the race. And last of all was militarised. They've run the first 1400 in 1:23.85. They've gone hard. Pride of Jenny knew it's hard at work. She's coming back to them. And the challenges are thick and strong. Here comes Antino, scorching around the field. He's making a wide run, but now thundering to the front. Antino, is it all over? Below the 300 metres, he raced away. Shin riding for his dear life. Faulkner Park runs on resolutely. Then Wada Jean, but with 100 metres to go, it's all over, Red Rover. Antino, 4-5 in front. It is the most brilliant of Queensland victories of the Carnival, and that's a good one for you, Tony. That's a big one. Antino won the Newman Cup. Beat home Faulkner Park, Kovalika and Militarise. Then came Elias, Lindemann and Myoba on a long last in 2:1.04.
He's the pride of Queensland. He's rapidly becoming the pride of Australia. That was superb. And Tino wins Zaki-like. He thrashes them, looped around the field.
I think he's probably gone to another level. Sometimes we have to judge him on today's performance. Last time out, he didn't have a great deal of luck at Morphett Valley, got back, and the race was already over before he got into it. And
It's very Jolie Star is our best backed and favourite here. She's just starting to get out a touch though from her opening quote. So she's got about 37% of the money invested here. She's out to 240 now from 220. Giga Kick with about 24% of the money overall has been 420 into 4 and staying solid there. Kamot 19 in from 21. Golden Mile 23 after opening $31.
Zarastro, the expected pacemaker, set up shop in front and does his own thing. Leads Golden Mile, nice and handy, trailing by 3/4 of a length. Benedetta, a length and a half Jolie Star. I'd estimate 7 off the lead of the term. 2 behind her Giga Kick. So they're both going to have to put in big runs as they flatten for home. Payline right to the outside, then Democracy Manifest. Zarastro the inside, giving a sight. Golden Mile laying down the law and now getting alongside Zarastro. Clear of Libertad, Jolie Star and Giga Kick. They've got a hell of a lot of work to do. Currently it's Golden Mile and Zarastro. Zarastro and Golden Mile. Jolie Star's running on well now. Is it too late though? Zarastro the inside, Golden Mile, Jolie Star flying out wide, photo finish. Zarastro was trying to hang on and Jolie Star was zooming home. Golden Manifest, Zarastro the inside giving a sight. Golden Mile laying down the law and now getting alongside Zarastro. Clear of Libertad, Jolie Star and Giga Kick. They've got a hell of a lot of work to do. Currently it's Golden Mile and Zarastro. Zarastro and Golden Mile. Jolie Star's running on well now. Is it too late though? Zarastro the inside, Golden Mile, Jolie Star flying out wide, photo finish. Zarastro was trying to hang on and Jolie Star was zooming home. Golden Mile right up there with them. Then Rise at Dawn, followed by Kamachi. Benedict
there. She was coming at a rate of knots, storming down the outside. J-Mac, centimetre perfect. Nails it right on the line. And he does it for Chris Waller, who creates history. 19 Group 1s in a season. Never been done before. And J-Mac gets within 1 of Malcolm Johnson. This could be a day.
Winks.
Yeah.
It's quite an achievement from both people, but as I said, oh, Ange, I thought you had it.
It was unbelievable, wasn't it?
She's such a super mare. On the turn, what were you thinking? She was ahead of Giga Kick, which was probably a good thing, but she did have to work through it.
The track's a little bit tricky today and the on-pace runners just keep running. And she hasn't had the perfect preps, like we had a lot of wet weather and
Big Rocket, because she was entitled to win and that's how good she was.
She's such a beautiful mare, but you're right.
Sure, and like I said, I was making ground, but I was lucky I was on a proper horse and she got through it and she just didn't like the ground.
A little bit tricky today and the on-pace runners just keep running. And she hasn't had the perfect preps, like we had a lot of wet weather and
Big Rocket, because she was entitled to win and that's how good she was.
She's such a beautiful mare, but you're right.
Sure, and like I said, I was making ground, but I was lucky I was on a proper horse and she got through it and she just didn't like the ground.